Now the Microbit will not be able to do anything unless we provide the instructions or code it to tell it what to do. There are a couple of programs that we can use. For quick and simple coding, without having the students log into anything, start with Microsoft MakeCode. Now, if you love the MakeCode coding platform, however, you'd like to be able to manage the students, create your own mini tutorials, see the students' coding creations in real time, and collect all of the code that the students have created at the end of the lesson, then the Microbit Classroom is the program to use. Choose the next video that suits your needs. MakeCode is a fantastic and easy to use program. Follow along with this video to understand how to follow a tutorial and download the code. When students are coding the Microbit, they'll use a program called MakeCode for Microbit. You'll find this link inside the STEM Favorites folder at the top of the screen called Microbit Blockly. Under the projects, to get started, you can create a new project. If this is the first time for using this program, you may want to start at the step-by-step tutorials. Flashing Heart is a good one. Once you've progressed, there are games, radio games, fashion accessories, music, toys, and more that you can be using the Microbit with to create. Let's show you how a tutorial works. Within the tutorials, you have the option of choosing a block, Python, or JavaScript tutorial. If your students are just starting off, blocks are the perfect way to get started. There is a video lesson that you may want to play, but today we're just going to get started, clicking on the purple tab. The flashing heart is displayed using the LEDs from the Microbit. We're going to click the green OK button on the bottom right of the screen so that we know what we're doing. Along the top, the tutorial is played to show what we have to do. The first instruction, place the Show LEDs block in the Forever block and draw a heart. So we're going to use this Forever block. We're going to click on Basic, collect the Show LEDs, place it within the Forever block, and then draw a love heart shape by clicking on each of the LEDs. If students are struggling with understanding what the blocks mean at the top, let them click on the light bulb to show the hints. You can see a video will be played explaining how each of the blocks can be added and created. Once you've completed the step, click on the Next button, and that will give you the next instruction. Again, we're going to pull out a blank LED and click Next. So as you can see, the heart is blinking on the emulator on the left-hand side, showing the coding from the coding area. If you have a Microbit handy, we're going to click on the Download button, the purple large rectangle at the bottom of the screen on the left-hand side, to transfer our code so that we can watch the hearts flash on the Microbit itself. Once all the coding within the tutorial has been finished, click on the Finish button. This will bring us back into the coding area. To download the product of your coding onto the Microbit, I have plugged the Microbit using the USB cord into the computer. and I'm going to click Download. Now there is an option to pair the device, but today I'm going to show you how to use the hex file and to save it onto the Microbit the same way as you would save onto a USB. So if I click the arrow and I click Show in Folder, this shows me the hex file that's been downloaded, and I'll click and drag it onto the Microbit. The Microbit will flash as it's copying the downloaded code onto the Microbit, and once complete, the flashing heart will appear on the Microbit. I can close the File tab and now start my new product. To find other tutorials, I will click on the Home button and scroll through to find the next tutorial. If I was starting from scratch, I would click New Project, provide the project a name, and click on the green button Create. This will allow me to have all of the coding option blocks available. Because I'm going to be creating my name tag, I can go into the basic blocks, show a string, drag the string into the forever loop, and write a name. Once I click enter, I'll get my speech marks attached, and you can see the emulator will have the letters appear scrolling across the screen. If you would like to do more intricate coding, then you can use inputs like buttons or the shake option. You can create music, use the radio option, or then go into coding with loops, logic, and variables. If students are finding the blocks very simple to use, you may want to toggle across and allow them to see what the JavaScript option would look like. I'm going to move my block to JavaScript at the top, and you can see that the Java appears. Now, although we can't change this within the Java, we'll be able to notice the different nuances attached to each of the blocks. This is a great intro for students moving from blocks to Java.
This video is part of a series of support videos all about the kit that you have borrowed. To find the other videos in this series, head to the Learning Library and visit the kit page for the equipment you've borrowed. You can also find the full list of support videos for all of our kit on the YouTube channel. You can also join us in the Yammer community. If you have any questions or you'd like to ask teachers how they've used the equipment in their classroom, then why not join us on the STEM T4L Facebook community? It's a closed group. You can ask teachers how they've used the equipment and also share the work samples that your students have created.